Okay, so I asked, or rather begged, Fractal to please send me one of these as a review sample, but I got ignored. Like, completely ignored. So whatever, I spent my own hard-earned birthday money on one of these, the Fractal Pop Air, because, well, I'm in need of a new computer case. Now, there are many reasons why I went for one of these, and that was a very, very dirty knife. And those reasons are going to become more apparent as we continue. For now, let's just take it out of here. Now, what on earth are the odds I'm going to drop it here? Here it is. My first ever Fractal case. And as you can probably see already, I decided to go for the cyan one, because one of the main things about this case is the fact that it comes in several different colors. Now, as you can probably tell, my favorite color is black for pretty much everything. But I just couldn't resist the opportunity, you know? You don't see these kind of colorful cases often, so I decided to go for it. And if I don't like it, then I don't know, I can probably just paint it black. Now that is a good looking case. I'm almost scared to touch it because it's just so pristine everywhere. Where do I even start? Now, the case itself doesn't look that big, but it holds so much potential. It has space for two 240mm fans at the front, another two 240s at the top, a 120 at the back, and here's something that I need to check out, because look at that. You take off the front, and you get a 5¼ inch optical drive bay. Well, you could probably stick a floppy in there or something as well if you want to. That's actually one of the main reasons I wanted to go for this case, because you don't see 5¼ inch bays anywhere nowadays. So to have such a fantastic case in pretty much all other regards, also have an optical bay is just super insane. And I know that people are gonna call me out about us in the comments, but like, I don't care. A PC is not complete until it has an optical drive. And then underneath, it also has this little like drawer where you can store like your bits and stuff. That is very, very weird. I've never seen a drawer in a PC before, but hey, that is cool. And you can of course take it out and have a second 5¼ inch drive in there. But I'm gonna close that for a second and focus on other things like the top I/O, where you have both a headphone jack and audio jack. You have two USB Type A, which I assume gonna be Gen 3 speed. And then there's this thing, the worst aspect of this entire case. Because in most cases, pun intended of course, you usually get all the cables you need for your front I/O included. But not in Fractal's world, no. Here, I had to buy a separate £10 cable that gives me front USB Type-C. That is just unacceptable, and I really wish they just included it in the case, even if it means, you know, increasing the price. Because yes, they wanted to make this thing, you know, sub $100, but at the cost of, you know, making users confused why this thing isn't included. So yeah, just fix it, Fractal, please. Okay, let's take off the rear panel and see what on earth we have here. Here we have all the cables that they were kind enough to include. That includes all the SATA for some reason. Why is there a SATA cable like already here? What's that for? No, but seriously, what on earth do you need a SATA power cable for the front I/O? Oh, it could be the fans. Ah, now that would make a lot more sense. Because over here, look, there's even like a 3-pin addressable ARGB connector. Huh. That is interesting if that's the case. The other things we have at the back is 2 slots for your SSDs or anything else that's 2¼ inch. And down here you have 2 bays for your 3½ inch hard drives, which is also awesome to see. So now let's actually put this thing to a test and build a PC inside of it. You gotta be very careful with this side panel. Forget you saw anything. And look at that, all the standoffs are already here for an ATX motherboard. Awesome. Okay, so I'm just gonna use my FX 9590 system because it's, well, pretty much like built already. And it's like one of the few systems I have that's not being currently used like other projects. One thing I don't like is that companies are still using these plastic zip ties though. I would really prefer they moved on to, you know, Velcro ones. It's a bit more expensive, but they're just nicer, reusable, and thus more environmentally friendly. Okay, there, 3 screws is more than enough for the motherboard, right? And they're already falling out. Now this R9 280X, which I'm putting in, is by no means the world's largest graphics card by today's standards, but this case can actually hold graphics cards up to 405mm, and that's with the front fans included. Now, one thing I do really like is the fact that the PCIe screws are like proper thumb screws. They aren't, you know, the tiny ones that get lost everywhere. No, these are like proper thumb screws. That is awesome. There we go. That's looking pretty good already, right? Even though it's just a test build. Now, onto the PSU next, I guess, which you have to turn the case all the way around for. Now, this is just a Be Quiet straight power 11, a very good kind of high-end power supply, and it should be getting a lot of breathing room because the space between the case and, you know, the floor is, well, I don't know exactly how much, but I'll put it up in the video afterwards. Now, let's see exactly how much thought went into the actual cable management. I do like the fact that this is just one big hole though. You know, you don't have to like worry about which hole you're going into, you just go into it. I like that. Case CPU power goes there for now. That is just, oh yeah, SATA. We have to connect wherever that little, actually where is that SATA connector gone? There it is. It's a pretty long one, I mean pretty long, which is good. And yeah, there we go. Whatever that does, it is now connected. Now, as usual, I'd probably like a bit more space at the top. Like, my hands are already pretty small, but even I still have issues getting that 8-pin for the CPU power. Go on, get in, please, I'm begging you. Wait, hold on, look at this. They do use Velcro zip ties here, these like cool Fractal branded ones. So why aren't they the ones that are like, you know, included as extras? I don't get it. Pick a side, Fractal. Are you pro plastic or pro Velcro? Now, for RGB, this is where you'd probably mount your RGB hub to control all these fans and whatnot. And speaking of the fans they come with are the special Fractal ones, which are fine, but they're not the greatest. I'm going to be replacing them with most likely the Be Quiet light wings in my build. But overall, like, the building experience in this is very, very easy. You know, just put your SSDs there, your hard drives in there. Cable management is going to be fairly easy. With all these different areas where you can, you know, zip tie stuff, it is going to be a very, very good looking build. So yeah, building in this thing should be pretty fun and pretty easy. So if you want to see me build my full build in this thing, starring a Ryzen 7950X and a RTX 4090, then make sure to subscribe so you don't miss it. And if you want to buy this case yourself, because it's a pretty good case, then make sure to use the Amazon links down in the video description below. And if you want to make me feel better by the fact that Fractal ignored my emails, then definitely check out our Patreon, because even $1 single a month truly goes a long way in supporting the kind of tech journalism we do here, while you get awesome perks as well. I'd also like to thank my extended patrons Gavin Burns, Ryan, LKB, Justin Rage, Ella Vroniak, Bartosz Velka, Meg Sumner, Shane Allcroft, Lansby, and Jesse Hubman. Thank you guys so much, support truly goes a long way. Give me a second, we have to end this on like a good note, not on the looking at my rushed cable management. There we go. Look at that, it's just such a happy little build that's like incomplete. But anyway, that's what it's. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then remember to subscribe, like, whatever, and I'll see you all in whatever I make next. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.